I'm Deja Chase.
And this morning we're going to talk to you a little bit about our company, America's Own, and our Wagon Time beef jerky dog treats. So our company is really strives for quality ingredients to ensure positive benefits for your pets. Our customers are like our family. As you can see in our mission statement over on the poster, we really take it seriously when we mean we are committed to quality in our factories and our employees. We strive for the best. Our customers are like our family, just like we understand your dog is a part of yours.
Okay, so before we go into our strict details about how we make our products and what's in our products, we would like to know like your concerns with like what do you think about when you're purchasing these products for your customers, or like what issues have you had in the past, and like what do your customers say in return? Yes.
They want to know the actual animal the jerky's made of, and sometimes I don't know the answer to that.
Okay.
You don't want to eat dog.
No, I don't know if you my dog customers dog jerky.
Well, it's beef jerky, so it comes from a cow. So yeah.
That's what Taco Bell says too.
Yeah, true.
You said what?
That's what Taco Bell says too.
Cool. Any other questions, concerns?
What about the price? That's always a concern.
Price.
Our price is depending on the package and the beef jerky. We have different ranges in nutrients with different benefits for like older dogs versus younger dogs. Our sales have always brought in money because of our big importance on quality and customer service. Our customers have responded that they do feel like a part of our family.
And we're not on the expensive side, because if you think about it, you get a lot in return. Like, it's no preservatives. It's really healthy, so it's not expensive as far as price goes. So our sales have been doing great. So apparently our customers have been pretty satisfied with our prices. And our food safety specialist, she was not able to come today, but I'm going to try to take over it. I'm not really the biggest on food safety, but her specialist. It says if you're dealing with a contaminant or an adulterant, it's not going to show up on the label. True. So the thing is, how do you know if your product is safe? Like, you're trusting the manufacturer to give you a product that's not going to harm you. The FDA, in partnership with the USDA, makes sure that the food is fed to animals in America. Make sure that the food that is fed to animals in America is a safe and high quality product. Usually, we know that recently there have been a few salmonella outbreaks in beef jerky, and so it caused a huge decline in like the purchases of beef jerky. However, our sales continue to rise, and that's due because we never had a salmonella problem in our products, and because we follow strict guidelines. Yes, I'm sorry.
I think you were about to explain it, but why? How is it that everybody else had a salmonella outbreak, but your company was able to rise above that?
But, like, when you have salmonella outbreaks, it's usually because you broke a guideline, or you messed up, or there's a lack of communication. And so we make sure that we avoid all of that. We follow the guidelines, and also we test our products before they're sent out. And they go through a strict process of testing. If anything comes back defective, then we make sure that we don't send that product out. We actually destroy it or discard it. Any other questions as far as health benefits go? Well, I'm going to hand it over to Ashley, and she's going to explain the nutritious part of it.
Okay, so here at Americans Own, we base everything we do in our company on that mission statement. And one of the ways that we do this is by what we put into our product and what we don't put into it. So for this particular line of beef jerky treats, you're going to find beef as the #1 ingredient. You're not going to find byproducts. You're not going to find fillers such as corn. You're also going to find flaxseed and salmon oil, which is an excellent source of omega-3 and 6 fatty acids, which is going to be good for their skin and their coat. You're also going to find glucosamine and chondroitin, which is, as we know, good for their hips and their joints. You're also, you're not going to find the fillers and the artificial colors that you find in a lot of other treats that, such as corn, that seem to just, kind of alter the product and in turn lessens its quality. We also are currently working on a chicken jerky line made with real chicken, and also a duck and potato line, because we understand that you all have clients that have allergies, usually to the top 4, beef, chicken, dairy, and eggs. So we're also currently looking into that as well.
Do you all have any questions as far as the nutrition part goes? Any concerns?
Salmonella is bad, but salmon oil is good. Right?
Right.
That was a test.
What's salmon oil?
It's a derivative. It has the omega-3 and the 6 fatty acids, which goes back to their skin and their health coat.
How do you get it?
It's a naturally derived product.
Out of salmon, right? Make sure.
So does anybody have any kind of questions as far as what your clients are telling you, as far as the recent outbreaks that you've had with the products that you were carrying and you trying to go with a new company? What are your clients coming in every day and telling you that you have questions about as far as going with a new company?
So in all, a lack of trust, really, in the sense that they can't go 1 week without hearing another news break saying that a bag of dog treats is getting called back that's going to kill, Lassie.
What you like when it comes to lack of trust? If they look, you can look into our product, America's Own, and our manufacturer. It'll show you that we've had no problems, and so that could probably gain trust. I'm not sure it would gain a lot. It's just like encourage them to try it out and see how it works out, and then I think they'll be actually satisfied. So I think it all goes to like doing your research on the company, which our company has been fairly well, has done fairly well. So just encourage them to do research and just try it out.
We also allow you guys to take sample packages to hand out to your customers, kind of as like a promotion for our company, but in return get more business back to your vet office because we are a high quality.
Are you guys willing to do like a money back guarantee if they're not satisfied?
Yes, absolutely. Because this, in turn, this is going to come back, as a benefit for your office as well, because you're offering a product to your client that you know is going to be healthy for them. You know that, they're going to be a little less likely to, reach for the unhealthy people food, and they're going to be a little bit more apt to, reach for something a little bit more healthy for them.
I noticed that you don't use any preservatives, but I don't give my dog treats like on the regular. It's just kind of when a special thing occurs. And so how long about is the shelf life for these if there's no preservative in them?
There is such as like ascorbic acid or citric acid, which is, it's still a preservative, but it's a more naturally occurring preservative, so it's not as formulated as some of the other preservatives that we find. So it's not going to change the chemical makeup of the food. So it's going to still preserve the freshness of it, because all foods we have to put some level of freshness to it. So typically, once you open the bag, usually around 4 weeks or so, it's still good.
Hold up. Okay. I'm confused. So, like, when you say no preservatives, that just means you can't use non-organic preservatives?
Yes, we're talking about the preservatives that you find in some of the, human-derived preservatives that we, make them and we put them into the food. Well, that actually destroys the chemical makeup of the food. And that's where sometimes you lead to the more unhealthy foods. So some of the preservatives that we use more on the healthier side, because we all have to have some type of freshness in the food in order to keep the quality.
So it's not technically a preservative, but it helps preserve the food. So it's not called a preservative. Like, it's more so an ingredient that serves as a preservative. It's complicated.
For the freshness of the food.
So, do you all think, based on our presentation, you all think that y'all would be willing to purchase this product, or even not even purchase, like take samples and give them to your clients for future purpose?
Oh, well,
What's the risk if a child was to get into it?
It's going to be the same thing as some of the jerky that is made for humans, I guess you would say. So we only have the all-natural ingredients. So you're going to find the beef is the #1 ingredient. You're going to find the flaxseed oil, the salmon oil. So unless they have an allergy to beef, say, it's not going to be detrimental to them.
Okay, so my question earlier is really really Mitch's. It's like really serious. It's like, where do you get your beef from though? Like, what kind of beef is it? Like, so do y'all get it from? Is it dairy beef? Like when dairy cows?
No,
after they're,
it's
is it all that like steer beef?
yes. And again, we're based in the USA, so we work with the major cattle companies, and that's where we get our beef. So it goes back to the food safety guidelines that we have in place. So we're continuously making sure that they're keeping up their safety guidelines in their factories, so that in turn, when it comes to us, we know where that beef came from.
When you were talking earlier about the prices, and you said there were different prices depending on the different nutrients and benefits for the dogs, what are a couple of the different varieties y'all offer?
So right now, for our presentation for today was focused on the beef jerky treats because it's one of our top sellers, because normally beef is one of the major things that clients go for. The other one would be the chicken one, which we are currently working on that, and the duck and the potato. But then with each one of these, we have different levels. So you'll have one more geared for, say, puppies versus senior dogs. So it's going to have like your protein levels, for instance. It's going to be less for your older dogs because they don't need as much protein, whereas your younger dogs are going to have more protein. Any more questions?
About,
Yes.
about like what's your, I know you said your prices weren't too much, but like compared to like a normal like just box of dog treats you'd buy, sort of what would it be compared to?
So let's say, the typical one that, people go with, say, milk bones, for instance. You can get a 24-ounce box of those for, say, $5. So a 16-ounce package of our beef jerky treats would be $4.75. So while the cost per unit is going to be more expensive, when you look at that compared to milk bone, you have to go back to, with you all being in vet's office, you know what's in those milk bones, and you know how often people feed those and how more on the unhealthy side those are. So with this, hopefully your consumers will see that there's more health benefits to them overall, so they can feel better about giving it to their pet, and then hopefully in turn won't have to feed as much. All right, thank you all.
Thank you.